I don't like being in one corner, fall down, just stand and bang. For all y'all that you know David, I don't know if David's really told you the truth about him or not. One of the main reasons why he really moved is his previous misdemeanors and felonies he's being charged for in Texas. Robbing, check your jewelry box, anything's missing, check the local pawn shop. No, I'm just kidding. I'm good at writing stuff down. I know you're kind of nervous in front of a bunch of people, so kind of get caught up. Just bear with me. First, I'm going to go and introduce myself. I'm David's younger brother, his single younger brother. I'm not willing to move though. Mom and Dad pay for all the bills at home. So first starting off my speech, it was about front and back, 3 pages long. And then my mom proofread that on the plane and felt it was not necessary to put some of the stories in there. Some of these she okayed, and if any of it's offensive, please blame my mom, not me. First of all, I'd say it's been a wonderful week and a wonderful weekend. I've really enjoyed to be here. 2 of the greatest people I know. And it's always great to escape away from school and work. It's always great to also see the family and friends that are so far away and you don't get to see all the time. I'd also like to thank everyone for being here and enjoying this wonderful day. It's been very great. And I'd also like to have a special thanks to all the Texans that made the 1,300-mile trip. It's an honor to be here, to be the best man. David, he's not just one of my brothers. He's one of my best friends and someone I truly look up to. And I'd like to also thank Robin and David, and my mom and dad, and everyone else who helped out so tremendously to make this day so special for them. And I just want to go ahead and apologize for my Texas language of using y'all and gall and all the other words you're not allowed to use out here. And before I get started into my speech, I'd like to say, Aaron, you look very amazing. And your bridesmaids are all very amazing and they're very beautiful looking. And, I'm very mad they're all married. I was very thrilled when I heard David was getting married. I was quite sure the day would come. And I was also very thrilled when he called me to inform me to tell me I'd be the best man. You know, it kind of gave me the goosebumps and the chills and a little heart flutter, but it was very wonderful. But, you know, being really excited about being the best man and all, I realized I had to get up in front of everyone and give a speech. That wasn't great. No, I'm just kidding. But since you know, I have a wonderful brother and a beautiful new sister, the speech had come very easy. And you know, one thing that I'm kind of troubled by, you know, being called the best man, I'm kind of troubled by that title. Because if I'm the best man, why is Aaron marrying David? Well, I'm a good guy, but today, David is the best man. I researched how to make the best man speech. And there's 3 simple rules to follow by. You stand up, you speak up, and then you very quickly shut up. So I'm trying to stay along those lines. Well, according to according to tradition, I'm supposed to sing the group's praises and tell all about his many great points. Well, I'm sorry, David. I can't sing and I'm not gonna lie. Y'all probably know David pretty well. He's honest. He's genuine. He's definitely the most dedicated person I've ever known in my whole entire life. He's admirable. He's smart. I'm sorry, David, I can't read your writing. It's funny. He's a very great spiritual leader. And a wonderful brother. Someone who's very good looking. And the reason why I know that is because we look alike. No, I gotta be honest. When we were in high school, David was a senior and I was a freshman. And I thought it'd be all cool, I have an older brother, no one's gonna pick on me, all this and that. Well, everyone has a crush on everybody. So I had a crush on some of the good looking girls. Well, what's needless to say, in the first week, all the girls I had the crushes on would come up to me and be like, "Oh, hey, Kev, how you doing?" I was like, "Oh, good." They go, "Are you David's brother?" I'm like, yeah, I'm David's brother. He's really hot. I was like, "Thanks. Really glad you took time out of your day to come tell me my brother's hot. And I have a crush on you." And that is a true story. And to this day, I still hear it. And I promise y'all that. But I could go on forever describing the good characteristics of David. But the last one I want to say is David is fearless. There's one story that I'll relate with that, and we'll just leave it at the one story. Out in our outside of our house, before they started building all the new homes, there used to be all these big old dirt mounds, and we used to always have the dirt clod wars. Well, my two oldest brothers, it'd be Jonathan and Aaron, and be versus me and David. Very fair team. They would be bombing them over, and so David, I'd be hiding for my dear life. But David found this piece of sheet metal or whatever. And he's actually going from dirt mound to dirt mound, trying to get closer, and he's holding it as like a shield. Jonathan doesn't like losing. Jonathan decides to pick up a rock that is a very good size and decides to hurl it very high. Well, David saw that rock coming, caught it right in the head. But David agreed with Jonathan that he wouldn't go tell mom or anything. Needless to say, he was in the hospital and received 7 to 10 stitches. We can't remember. Ben wanted me to add this story in, so I would put it in here. It was over at Gordon Lake. It's a mighty full small lake that you can see right across. And Owl Park, nothing's big, besides mine and Ben's truck. I don't know if you'll know, but David, he's a pretty good fisherman. He also won a trophy for being the biggest fish caught. Let me explain the story. Me and Ben, it was a very windy day. We're seeing who could cast out the farthest, you had those paddles, so you can throw the farthest, the lure or whatever out into the water. Well, Ben, he'd be applying weights onto his hook, so he'd be able to throw it a lot farther and get a lot more velocity on it. Well, David was about, I would say, 10, 15 feet down. Wind's going this way. Ben casts his pole as hard as he can. Well, it shoots around and catches David in the shoulder. Ben thinks that he's caught up on something. So Ben's yanking and yanking while David's coming like a fish, yelling, "Stop, stop." But me and Ben, I'm laughing at Ben because he's stuck. And then we can't hear him because the wind's shooting David yelling that way. But Ben won the award. You know, as David and I growing up together, we had the two older brothers. And, you know, it's always cool to have the older brothers and all that, but it's not always that fun. Because Jonathan and Aaron, my two older brothers, terrorized me and David. And here's just a few of the things they did. My mom did not know about these. My brothers threatened us if we told my mom or dad, it would be worse.
They're not here.
Yeah. I don't know if David had this happen to him, but I know we were shoved down the house in a dog cage onto a trampoline. My brothers and their older friends thought that was funny until we bounce off the trampoline and the doghouse explodes on the ground. When me and David were in summer, you know, we were taking breaks from school. We were in summer. Jonathan and Aaron had they had their two jobs or whatever, so they were always waking up about 6 in the morning. Needless to say, if they weren't sleeping in, me and David weren't sleeping in. They would wake me and David up by shooting us with BB guns, splashing us with cold water, banging pots and pans in our room together until we were up. This all took place, you know, as I was saying, at 6 in the morning. So there was no sleeping in for us. We also had to participate in the wrestling matches. And one of their friends that were wrestling was about, I would say, 5'11", 400 pounds. His name is Galen Pickens. We would be tossed around and this and that. And one of the most amazing stories that me and David got to witness in the household was this 400-pound man going through our wall. And my mom walking in to Jonathan trying to cover up these humongous holes with things that he put over and tried painting it white. Needless to say, it was all amazing that me and David survived, and Jonathan and Aaron, how they survived from my mom's wrath. One of the great things I really enjoyed with David growing up together was that we were great business partners together. We did very many various different side jobs and making a lot of good money. But if I knew if David was going to be trying to move out to California, I would have took at least 75% of the profit. I'm just kidding. Well, David left about 2 years ago to be closer with Aaron. I knew they were truly meant to be. Aaron, she's beautiful, she's smart, she's funny, she's warm, she's caring, she's loving, and a very wonderful person to be around. And it's someone I'm truly glad to see my brother to be around. And I'm so happy to be here right now with them, and I'll be here on their very special day. I know the Lord has blessed them both and will continually be with them throughout their marriage and their service to our Lord. No more crying, right?
I told you.
Okay. We're going back to funny.
Okay, go.
Alright. I stayed up today, you know. I've been real busy with school and work, but I stayed up for the past couple nights trying to remember a time when me and David were really mad at each other. And there's honestly only 2 events that I can truly recall. The first one happens, we were at Taco Bell. Yeah. Humongous eaters, how do you get mad when you're going to eat at a food place? Well, Landon was down, and it was Landon, David, me, Ben, and it might have been Daniel Lee, I can't remember. Some of us were all out there. Well, me and Ben were up ordering food. We're up in the line. There's a couple people behind us. The place is kind of packed. And needless to say, Landon and David thinks it's necessary to pants me and Ben in front of everybody. Other people who are cooking our food. And I do believe there was one girl there from our school. We were mad for the first few moments, but then we continued to order with our pants down at our ankles. I did get my revenge a few years later, but this was not planned. This was an accident. Me and Ben were having airsoft gun wars in the house, and they wanted to shoot out the yellow BBs. And it was me and Ben versus David and Daniel. And if y'all been to my house, we have a hallway back there, and then it opens up into the living room and the kitchen, and it has a study where you can do a little circle. Well, me and Ben are in the living room, hiding behind couches. Daniel's on one side and Ben's on one side, shooting us like this, so we have no hope. Me and Ben, we head back into the hallway. We set up a barricade. All that we can see out is two little eye holes and a hole for our barrel, for our gun. Well, David, he's running across, and then me and Ben are shooting. We don't really know to this day who shot David, but one of us shot, and the bullet kind of rised and hit David right in the eye. That was not good. David turns from running this way to stopping and then bull charging at us. I see him running, so I run to the back. Ben stays down low and continually shoots David right in the shin. That's not a good idea either. So David knocks down the barricade. I'm in the back. I'm looking up. All David sees is me. Doesn't see Ben in the prone position, already crawling around, shooting me right in the shin, still to this time when he's broke me down. And David tomahawks his gun at my head. I ducked, and it shattered into a million pieces up against the wall. Those were the only two stories. One thing, I was kind of debating on, I really didn't want to bring too much about David's ex-girlfriends. I know. David, I have to say, your number 72 was a winner. That's a joke. Everyone gets a nickname that kind of sticks with them as they grow up in life. And, well, one of those names that kind of stayed with David was Golden Child. Y'all can't tell from my dad's speeches. He's the one who did all the dishes, did his homework, did his trash, did what he was supposed to do, didn't get in trouble, wasn't an ISS or getting some home from school. The last part I made up. He was never in trouble. He was a AA student, on honor roll, and I don't know much about him because I never made him. He just did everything he's supposed to. He was the total opposite of all his brothers. Aaron can agree with that. But David and Aaron, I truly love y'all so much. David, you set a wonderful example. And Aaron, I know you set a wonderful example, but we didn't grow up together. We have lived quite so far away from us. But I know you're a super person, and I know you're in the truth, and I know y'all are both a wonderful person. But one of the main examples, David, that I've always took from you, and that's always just been an impact in my life, and something I've always benefited from, because the way I look at my life now is, I have no complaints. I'm doing good in school finally. I'm doing all my homework. About to graduate college. I actually study at night. As you told me to always put God first in my life, and He would always take care of me. And He truly has. And He truly has. So, if I can have everyone raise up their glasses of toast. If you don't have any, no?
Yes.
Pretend it doesn't matter. We got a toast. All right, everyone raise them up. Excuse me, Jim, I need a picture. Thank you, sir. Jim, you're a good man. So you can put that, if you have a MySpace or something, you can put my picture up there. Not eHarmony or anything. Facebook or something. No, I'm just kidding. I like the toast. Hold on, let me just see what I'm going to say. No, I'm just kidding.